Welcome to the Women's Frozen Four in New Hampshire. College hockey's biggest stage is nothing new for Wisconsin. In fact, for senior Britta Curl, the fourth time is a charm.
All clocks were on Dame time in Indianapolis this weekend. Not only did Damian Lillard win his second straight three-point contest, but was named the MVP of the All-Star game as well.
Making it to the playoffs in a do-or-die game after the start that this team had, could you write a better love story? But when asked how exciting it was for him, Jair Alexander said, we've got 3 or 4 more games left. That's what I'm excited for. At Lambeau Field, Andrew Bandstra, News 3 Sports.
As thrilling as Saturday's win over Nebraska was, this one just means more. It is Axe Week, and even if it's Luke Fickell's first one, he knows what it means. The Badgers have touched down in Tampa and got their first practice in this morning here at Berkeley Prep School, just a few miles from Raymond James Stadium, where Wisconsin will tangle with the LSU Tigers in the ReliaQuest Bowl. In a span of 6 weeks, the Packers went from hard to watch to must-see TV. The Green and Gold have won 4 of their last 5, and last night's win over the defending Super Bowl champs proved this is not just a love story.
Wisconsin may have fell just short of winning the Big Ten tournament, but they're not headed back home empty-handed. They've got their swagger back, and they'll need it for March Madness.
The 2014 NFC Championship game against the Seahawks. Remember that one? That was the last time the Packers lost after entering the fourth quarter with a double-digit lead. But that was the old regime. How would Jordan Love handle the challenge? Disappointed American Family Field here tonight. When the Brewers took that 2-0 lead in the first, everything looked so good. In fact, Freddie Peralta had a no-hitter in the 5th inning, but then in a span of 5 batters, the Brewers went from leading 2-0 to trailing 3-2, and that's kind of when the energy started draining out. Whitewater Baseball already locked up the WEAC regular season title, but what they really want is a WEAC tournament win and the trip to the NCAA tournament that comes along with it. And the Warhawks were not messing around. They put up 7 runs on lacrosse in the first inning alone. They added 2 more in the third, which gave Jack Hagan a 9-1 lead to work with, and the freshman carried the load from there. He struck out 8 batters in an 105-pitch complete game masterpiece, but at a point, Hagan wanted some run support. Bottom of the 8th, and Matt Skolin, he lends a helping hand. A wall scraper gives Whitewater an 11-3 lead, which means there was only one thing left to do: finish the job. Whitewater wins its 8th WEAC tournament title in program history. They celebrate with the trophy, rightfully so, and will await their opponent in the NCAA tournament.
And there's a liner into left.
Ben Rorvet grew up a Brewer fan. Not a diehard, but you could always catch him at the ballpark.
It was really cool coming to this ballpark as a kid and be able to walk on it. We played on it in high school one time, but it's a lot different having the stands more filled up.
But now, going to the ballpark is a little different.
The Minnesota Twins select Ben Rorvet, a catcher from Verona.
The backstop is in his 3rd season in the big leagues and playing in his home state for the first time as a major leaguer.
Yeah, it was pretty full circle. Like I said, kind of showing up to the ballpark, driving on the freeway, seeing the stadium was pretty cool.
Even if AmFam Field isn't quite the same as he remembers it.
Probably always going to call it Miller Park, but just growing up as a kid, always driving by, seeing the stadium, it was kind of like had some childhood memories showing up.
And after starting against his hometown team,
Brings up Ben Rorvet.
Rorvet made some new memories with his friends and family cheering him on.
Verona Area High School.
Yeah, I never thought I'd be here. So just keep having fun, keep going. It is a game, but I never thought I'd be here, so you never know where you'll be in your career. So be where your feet are and just work hard.
But for now, Rorvet
See ya! A home run for Ben Rorvet, his first.
takes it one swing at a time. At American Family Field, Andrew Bandstra, News 3 Sports.
After losing 3 straight games, the 5-5 Wisconsin Badgers trailed Nebraska tonight, 14-0 in the first quarter. It looked like it'd be another chapter of a heartbreaking season. But then all of a sudden something clicked, and it all started with Braylon Allen in what might be his final game at the camp. We picked things up in the 3rd quarter, Huskers leading 14-10. First and goal for the Badgers, and they'd feed the beast. Braylon Allen, playing through an injury, burst through the line, and he finds the end zone. Wisconsin takes the lead lead, and that score would hold until regulation's final seconds, where Nebraska kicks a field goal, and we're headed to overtime. Let's do it. The Badgers, they got the ball, first and goal, and again, what do? Give it to Agent Zero and get out of the way. All 11 Badgers pushing towards that pylon. Touchdown, Wisconsin. The Badgers take a 24-17 lead, but Nebraska, they've still got a chance. 4th and 16, a Badger stop ends the losing streak, and it's intercepted. Preston Zachman snags it, and the Badgers are going bowling. An incredible comeback win, and the Freedom Trophy stays in Madison for the 10th straight year. How about it? 24-17 is your final. There's just nothing quite like the I-94 rivalry. Two schools separated by just 79 miles that, simply put, don't like each other. Wisconsin's won 2 of the last 3 meetings, and we're looking to make it 3 straight for the first time in over 2 decades. Greg Gard couldn't have asked for a better start. Max Klesmet was simply unconscious in the first half. He drained 5 triples, dropping 21 points on the Golden Eagles in the first half alone. Badgers led by 13 at the break. Marquette, well, they'd get the lead down to 1, but Wisconsin owned the glass. A.J. Storr misses, but Steven Crowell has his back and the putback. 18 second chance points for the Badgers, and then it was A.J. Storr making his way to the cup and won. He'd finished with 13 points, and after that, everybody needed their umbrellas because the court storm.
To the bottom of the 9th we go here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. Southern Maryland in Game 1 of the Atlantic League North Division Championship Series. Matt Latos pitched 3 times in the span of 24 hours just a couple of days ago. The guy that was a starter in the majors for 9 years, so he's got the arm wherewithal to withstand that. The right-hander trying to close this one out in the bottom of the 9th. Latos, runner goes on the pitch, throw down to second is in time! The throw from Joe DeLuca in time! What a throw from Joe! 2 balls, 2 strikes, Southern Maryland in the bottom of the 9th. Latos on his way, chopper to the right side, Silva fields, the throw to first is in time! The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs pull off the upset, a 3-2 victory, upsetting the Long Island Ducks in a massive 3-2 victory here in Game 1 of the Atlantic League North Division Championship Series. Guys, they couldn't have made it much harder on themselves, but we got a W here this evening, and we're heading back to Waldorf with one of the biggest wins in franchise history over the Long Island Ducks. What an absolute thrilling game. You could simply not have asked for a better baseball game, Brendan.
Look at his slugging percentage. It reads at .420. Means that he, out of every 10 at-bats, is getting at least 4 total bases. That could be 1 home run. That could be 4 singles. That could be 2 doubles. Could be a triple and a single. But in some way or another, he is accumulating 4.2 bases, as that looks to be 4 bases in one swing. Silva sends a moonshot to the left side, and it's way gone. Blue Crabs strike first here on a May 26th evening. What a shot by Silva. Griffin hits one deep into center, and that should be the ball game. Corey Vaughn tagging from third. Myers comes up throwing. Vaughn strolls down home, and the Blue Crabs walk off the Somerset Patriots. Josh McAdams comes to lead us off as we begin the second half of this ball game. First pitch at 6:42. So the first half of this contest, an hour and 29 minutes. Still well on track for shorter than an MLB game this season, but much longer than the average Atlantic League game as the ball is hit back into the screen as we start off the bottom of the 5th inning with foul ball. This season, the shortest game for the Blue Crabs was pretty darn short. It was an hour and 59 minutes versus the Barnstormers, the longest game of the season. 2 times as a 3-hour and 47-minute contest occurred for Southern Maryland. Interestingly, neither of those occurrences were in a combined 40-hit, 30-run game versus the York Revolution in a 17-13 Revs win here at Regency Furniture Stadium. 0-2, chopper up the middle. He could beat this one out. Josh McAdams off to first in an infield single. And the tying run is aboard for the Blue Crabs here in the bottom of the fifth as Travis Witherspoon comes up to the plate. Spoon, as they call him, was 0 for 10 in the homestand entering last night's contest when he went 3 for 4 with 2 of his 3 home runs on the season and 3 of his 7 RBIs. His first 3-hit game of the year, one of 3 Blue Crabs with a 3-hit game last night. Pretty well-balanced order. The 1, 5, and 9 hitter in the Blue Crabs batting order had a 3-hit game last night. 2 of the 3 had a home run, 1 had a double. It was Kent Blackstone 3 for 4 with a double and a sacrifice bunt as strike 1 crosses. Corey Vaughn went 3 for 4 with a homer. Travis Witherspoon, your player of the game, 3 for 4 with 2 home runs. Witherspoon has fared awfully well against his former teams in his career, he tells me. He says he knows these guys pretty well. Played for the Barnstormers back in 2016. Said he knew they were going to try to pitch him inside and clearly was prepared to turn on a fastball. 0-2, did he go? Yes, he did immediately, says the first base umpire, Lindy Hall, as Travis Witherspoon strikes out for out number 1.